Invoker too. We haven't even talked about that because he only got timed out like once this game, but Invoker's one of those ones that really hurts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, again, Bristleback maybe S tier in terms of how much time dilation cripples him, but Invoker is pretty high up on that list also.
Yeah.
Probably borderline S tier himself. 34 to 26. Nigma starting to pull ahead. Biggest lead we've seen yet this game. Graph hasn't even updated yet. Upwards of 5,000, and XP starting to get a little out of control. Now upwards of 10,000. And you can see it on that level chart. Support's starting to fall behind a little bit on OG.
Yeah, they Dota Plus is suggesting about a 67% win rate for Nigma. I would agree with that. I think that sounds pretty fair. Maybe a little higher. I might give him like 70. I think that like we've reached that stage of the game where pretty especially in like that early and mid game, you can fight around chrono timings, but as the game gets later and respawn timers get longer, it's really hard to like fully assemble all of your squad again. Plus, a lot of the fights also keep revolving around big objectives like Roche, and when it's such a big timer being there, then it's very likely they're going to have the chrono back. I
mean, I think the longer this game goes on, the easier it's going to get for the team with Faceless Void. He is the ultimate scaling this game. He's gotten past the really difficult part, right? He's got BKB, he's got Maelstrom, he's not getting insta-gibbed in team fights anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the fact that BKB is still really good, even outside of the Chrono and the Doom. It's like a really good BKB game for OG, but they have a Meepo.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Unfortunately, probably one of the worst BKB carriers in the game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The value is not there. Yeah, a little nervous for OG right now. And you can also see like Nigma being the aggressors. They're constantly on the other side of the map. They're looking to make plays. They're trying to catch this Meepo. And OG doing a good job farming in the safe parts of the map right now, reading these movements of Nigma, taking pretty aggressive positions, looking for ganks themselves. But now in the mid, it might be Thompson that gets caught. He's going to bump right into the void. And that'll be the end of his mana bar. Okay.
What surge is this?
Bounty runes come out. 3 picked up for OG. Pardon me, 2 picked up for OG.
Mid one just did a lot of split pushing up top, so they're going to try and smoke out now with some space. Thompson very alone up here. Has to watch his step. Does not want to hit anyone with his Ghost Walk.
Yep. He did face check.
He knows the Roshing.
Aegis cheese.
Oh my god, look at this perimeter they're setting up here. Soxa and Thompson in a very unexpected position.
Radiant's current.
Is this gonna work though? Meteor Hammer, EMP Tornado from the high ground. They'll jump in onto the Phoenix, a very spread out engagement, but Thompson actually getting collapsed on, and he'll be the one that goes down first. Now the Chrono comes out. It looks like a pretty good setup. A lot of damage being dumped into it, and the Meepo is getting destroyed. Meepo down. 2 buybacks now from OG. They'll try to get back into this fight, but they've lost Soxa. They've lost No-Tail. Soxa will be stuck on the sideline as they clip back Seb, and it is a disaster for OG. They tried something big there, and it backfires completely. They have to burn 4 buybacks to repel the Roche. The cost astronomical.
Yep.
Now a 13k net worth favor for Nigma.
There were parts that looked good, like that big vacuum where he caught everyone inside the Chrono, but the BKBs were still rolling. So No-Tail was trying to pump some damage in there with Mortimer's Kisses, but it just wasn't there.
Well, here's the YOLO play from OG. They run into the pit. They bought back for this. They do get the kill onto Doom. There's no Chrono. This is the moment. Buyback on Doom. They need more here. The kinetic field locking Meepo in place, and he's actually going to die. Weeha's got the single target damage. They're going to find another as well. Thompson getting locked down, bashed up inside of the kinetic field. 2 diebacks now on OG. Nigma continuing to press. Seb on the run. Does get out of dodge. Looking to TP. Whoa, that was close. OG in big trouble though. 70 seconds. 2 big cores stuck on the sideline, and Nigma getting closer to the base. Miracle jumps forward, does drop that time dilation, limps back, and they'll find Saksa. Not a dieback here, but another hero lacking buyback to get into the game.
Yeah, with the Pug now, you don't really have to just like run and get Aegis to go high ground either.
Yep.
GH is paying Weehaw for dropping items.
Why did he do that? I thought he was going to use Arcane Boots, but he seemed to sit on Brown Boots.
Yeah, he was just dropping items.
He was just dropping items. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Dire's middle
Just making
tower
sure.
is under attack.
That was a little victory dance, I
He
guess.
gave them the wand though. MC said this is rude, and he picked it back up.
Dire's middle tower has
I
fallen.
think that was Weehaw's way of saying, I know Meepo better than you. This wasn't a good Meepo game, boys. That's going to be a mid lane of Barracks, and now a 16k net worth favor. Win rate for OG now into the single digits. A pretty intense early game,
Oh, the
very
fake
back
back.
and forth, but now Nigma looking for the closer.
I mean, they have Chrono up too. This could be juicy. Oh, if only they left a ward right here too. There's no sentries. Oh, they're smoking. Oh, here she
OG
blows.
Also smoke. They're gonna go in.
Oh, it's a good one.
Into charge. Chrono connects on 2. He still finds the Meepo. Sunray, egg. They'll burn him down. Meepo dead. No buyback. BKBs get popped. The egg comes off, and now Saksa falls. He'll have the buyback now. It's cooled down, but they also catch No Tail. 2 dead. No buybacks, and Seb gonna be left behind. That's got to be close to a GG moment, and it is. No Tail calls it. 34 minutes. Nigma take game 1.
Oh no, Saksa, he got it. 6 charges.
All right. Little morale booster there for Saksa at the end. Nigma, though, the Void proves to
How do you feel like it? This one's called Sweet Escape.
The Wisp factor, right? We've seen pretty much every team ignore Wisp. And then you've got these two, and they both still play Wisp. So depending on who has first pick, one of these teams is pretty much obligated to ban the Wisp. We saw OG take it out last game, first phase. Same logic. So
yeah, and
still a couple of
happens.
Wisp players out there.
OG says, oh yeah, there's a reason we banned Doom like early on in our last games. Because this hero's really good.
Yep.
So remember to take it early, but we finally get a Rubik. Oh man.
Enchantress.
Is this the first time we've cast in Dota Pit? I think it is.
Possibly.
At least the two of us. I don't think we've had a Rubik yet. Because I keep thinking, man, this is a good Rubik game, but the fours keep getting picked up extremely early. Before like a Rubik
10
is
seconds remaining.
necessarily like you have this big counter where it's like, oh sick, Rubik game. But now you have a
5
Doom first pick
seconds
overall,
remaining.
so that's a good time to grab it.
Absolutely. Doom and Ench. Still a solid opener from OG. Very good meta heroes, very open-ended.
Now, will they do the hard carry pick like some teams do here?
That's a tough call.
Or will they do something more like the Thompson Invoker or something again?
I don't think they're going to take a hard carry here.
Like, what about the Spectre, like we saw earlier, where there was a Doom opener and then we just saw the Spectre snagged up? I think that was Na'Vi, and it didn't work out well for them, if I recall.
No. So Nigma do have last pick, so they're going to play it patient. They're just going to grab the Clockwork here instead. And I guess a little bit of flex, generally assuming Clockwork is the position 4 these days when I see him grab this early, but any chance this could be a 3, or is this just our support duo for Nigma?
I think it's our support duo, and it might be a 5 Clockwork.
5 seconds.
Could be a 5,
remaining.
okay.
Because we had a really good
Ench.
5 clock with the Spectre, our first game of the tournament.
Oh yeah, you're right, we did. And I think I think I was a little surprised at how well it worked out.
Yeah, it was extremely strong, actually. I think it was... I can't even remember. I think it was VP Prodigy. It was those games, right? Nope, wasn't those ones. Was it Alliance NIP?
Radiant team.
I don't know what we were casting, but whatever we were casting,
That might have been NA.
it was good.
That might have been North America.
Yeah, it might have been.
Time zones, buddy. Time zones.
I hear you. But either way, yeah, the 5 clock did work out fairly well. But we'll see what they plan on doing. I could also see RMN playing like a 5 Rubik, perhaps. Not necessarily for GH.
I like seeing the Rubik get a little more farm. I feel like he's a support that does have some scaling potential.
Could be a miracle Rubik
10 seconds remaining.
as well.
You never know. You never know.
5 seconds remaining.
Terrorblade taken out alongside the Wind Ranger. What's happened to the core
Radiant
Venge?
team
Remember,
back.
OG was one of the teams that we first cast with the Thompson Venge mid. Has
Now
that
for the old razzle
is
dazzle.
that kind of
Turn to
fallen
battle.
out of vogue? No longer the popular ish?
All the items it built are worse, right? It used to just like pretty much
Yes.
all of its items got nerfed. So I think
Okay.
it's like a little bit
So
worse.
it's
It
done.
was pretty dependent on like broken helm, and then even the new helm got nerfed again.
10
So
seconds remaining.
I think it's a little bit out. I think it's still playable, but I think the support
5
advantage
seconds.
offers
Radiant
most of the stuff that you
back.
want to get anyway. Oh yeah, AM's a good one to ban too. Now with it's pretty annoying for
Radiant
Doom
team
still.
Pick.
I think we've seen AM banned. Feels like every game so far this tournament.
Yeah.
Nobody bold enough to first phase him, and also nobody bold enough to leave him in for the second picking phase. So Vector Invoker taken out, and then also
10
that
seconds
dreaded
remaining.
Pugna from the last game that Weehaw played so well.
Prophet
5
is still in.
seconds remaining.
Natures or death?
And well, both, but I was thinking Nature's. Bat Rider is banned. Just trying to think of MC heroes. Especially the pair well with Clockwork. I guess they could Darkseer themselves.
Yeah, I
Because the AM's banned. But the Oracle's still in, but then they have Oracle Ench. And Ench could play 4.
Darkseer with clock is pretty darn nice.
I think... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge Darkseer still. Maybe Darkseer, you
Like,
really want to see the position 1 first, though.
I still don't love Darkseer that much in a vacuum, but I have gotten got by underestimating the mind control Darkseer many a time. I don't know that there's a such thing as a bad Darkseer game when mind control has that hero. I really... It's like universe level, you know. There's just a couple players out there that play this Darkseer on another level, and I can't exactly explain why they're so good with it. They just are.
I just missed the universe offlane Faceless Void. That guy was a chrono bot. Oh, man. That guy had the best chronos ever.
Oh, the good old days. Viper now picked up by Nigma.
Okay, that's pretty hype. That's a nice flexible... Well, Viper's not that hype, but it's a very
All right,
flexible position 3 or position 2 hero. Kind of like they're in a bit of a rough spot in terms of the pick here, and I think this is a
10
nice way to solve it.
seconds remaining.
It's kind of a catch-all, right? Viper is play
5
aroundable,
seconds
very
remaining.
physically slow. One of his biggest weaknesses. There's like an Ursa pick and some of those other key heroes, like Lifestealer. You probably don't really want to play into Viper. So it certainly feels safe. And as you mentioned last game, Nigma still very eager to pick these nasty green heroes. They've got Rubik and Viper here, so staying within the theme.
Viper's so annoying. I still don't really know what the answer is to this hero.
To Viper?
Yeah, just for like, I mean, I guess the answer is jungling, right? That's in the end, that's what the answer is. So
Run away
we do have
from it.
Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
Still in.
Mobile heroes. I think
Yeah.
that's really the counterplay.
Storm actually looks kind of nice since they have a Clockwork too. Don't have to really worry about
Radiant
cogs.
team pick.
Yeah.
I might not have to pick it quite yet. Take your time,
Ooh.
but
They grabbed the void this time. It was in the hands of Miracle, and now OG likely to put it in the hands of Mid One.
yeah. They have some
Okay.
good combos with the Ench already, right? You can pump in a lot of
10
damage.
seconds remaining.
Could be a Seb Ench too, theoretically. He does like that hero quite a bit.
5
I don't know, we'll
seconds
see.
remaining.
Probably going to be support, just throwing it out there.
Ladar.
Alright. Okay, so now they see the position 1, right? That makes your life so much easier when you're an offlane player, knowing what the carry is going to be. So
Yeah.
now, Faceless Void loves to deal with burst damage, right? Because he can just time-lapse it off.
Yep.
Time-walk it off. Doesn't care.
10 seconds remaining.
But Slide Arrow is just that slow, consistent damage over time. And you have to be really careful when he
5
gets to the 3
seconds
stacks,
remaining.
because what if the Clockwork runs it with a battery assault?
turn
And
to
suddenly you get
bat.
bashed once, and then a couple more bashes, and
Oh,
buddy.
baby. All right, well, you asked, how do we deal with Viper? If this hero's mid, I think Arc Warden can deal with Viper just fine. I'm pretty sure that's a matchup that Arc is pretty darn happy with.
This hero's something else, man.
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
And does appear to be a pretty good Arc
5
Warden game.
seconds
I don't think any of these
remaining.
4
Radiant team
heroes pose any significant threat
OG
as like a specific
turn to
counter
bat.
pick to the Arc Warden.
They do have Clock, though. I mean, at least that's something, right?
It's somebody to get in the back line. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's
But still, it's
But
not much.
I wouldn't call that a hard counter by any stretch.
Especially because he's
I
probably going to
do-
buy Pike anyway.
Yep. I do really like Slardar, though. I think he is a little bit of a sleeper hero. I don't know if he's been getting picked up in
10
games that we haven't
seconds
cast.
remaining.
Haven't really seen him at all in North America. But he
5
hits
seconds
hard. He gives you
remaining.
Roche options. He's got some pretty good item builds. He's like Centaur, but with a little more control and more physical damage. Great lockdown. Big fan of this hero.
Yeah, good bans on the Prophet too, though, because that would be a nice hero to kind of round out their damage.
Global presence to play with the Arc Warden.
And the Chrono. Yeah, just like solid initiation across the map.
Brood, also a good ban from OG.
Yeah, I don't know if he just
Don't
banned
wanna get
Meepo
brooded here.
anyway or what. It's hot on everyone's minds. Is there something more valuable to ban?
And they have a pretty good lineup for dealing with Meepo between
Radiant
Chrono,
team
Doom,
back.
Arc Warden's got a lot of damage. They actually banned the Ursa instead.
Would have been a pretty
Okay.
fast tempo to try and deal with.
Yeah.
Doom
I
wouldn't
think
really want
Ursa
to
and
lane.
Viper. It's like Ursa, Viper, Slardar. I could very much see those heroes dominating lanes, coming together for an early Roche, and just taking over the mid game.
I thought they might ban the
Remaining.
PA, huh?
5
PA. I mean, it's a
seconds remaining.
Slardar.
Scary
it's like
combo.
got
Yeah.
Blink. And the PL's
Good for some-
also still in, which is another pretty decent hero in this situation, I feel like.
Well, what should Nigma be thinking about banning here? I'm having trouble reading what OG are going to want to finish off this draft.
Yeah, they do have a ton of flexibility.
Obviously, last pick will be going to Nigma, so OG is going to get to pick after this ban.
If they picked a really like strong offlane hero, like an Underlord or something, the Doom could be a 4.
Yeah,
Or a
exactly.
Beastmaster, I guess that could have been it too.
It's like Arc Warden and Void are the 1 and 2. It's this 3, 4, 5 that we're trying to figure out with Ench, Doom.
I think
This
the
remaining
Ench is
pick.
probably a 5. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. It's mostly just between 7 Doom.
Okay.
10 seconds
Is he the
remaining.
Doom or is Soxa the Doom? And then is there anything more valuable here to help us out?
5 seconds remaining.
They could look for
Radiant
another Lion-esque
team.
hero for Soxa that brings a little more control to the table. And no, they go back for the Brewmaster. So
Wow.
I actually don't know. It could be a 4 Brew.
Soxa has played a lot of Brew.
Yeah.
So has No Tail, though.
Very interesting.
10
Did not see that
seconds
pick coming at
remaining.
all.
He got a lot of buffs. They're basically just number
5
tweaks,
seconds
but
remaining.
it was just kind of like across the board buffs for the hero.
Phantom
You may now
And they will, in
Take
fact,
the
go
PA.
for the PA as expected.
Called it. So looking for some one-shot daggers with the amplified damage or the corrosive haze, as it's called.
This reminds me of our Ricky game yesterday, where it's like, yeah, they're definitely going to pick Ricky, but the other team just lets it through. Like, and I know they,
Yeah.
but they understand that, like, yeah, if they go for it, they're in trouble. So,
I mean, I think
it will be the core.
PA is a hero that generally has some issues right now. We're pretty much only seeing PA picked up in games where she has an enabler, like a Magnus with the Empower, or in this case, the Corrosive Haze from the Slardar. So, G just somewhat confident that they can handle the Phantom Assassin. Nigma are going to be looking to control Roche, though. I can pretty much guarantee that based on this lineup. It's going to be a big objective this game.
Yeah, not easy, though, versus Arc Warden, Brewmaster, and Faceless Void.
Yeah, you're definitely right. OG can stop it. They can't kill it nearly as quickly, though. I guess I'm picturing Nigma just, one missed Chrono, or you take a fight and Chrono's on cooldown, then you just run into the pit and you kill it in 10 seconds before they can even react.
All right, so let's see here. I'm just gonna go through the full version history now of the Brewmaster. So he got the Thunderclap. All right, so Thunderclap used to do 8 seconds slow on creeps for some reason, which was kind of funny, but now it only does 4 seconds. They got rid of that little change. Didn't really matter, I don't think.
8 seconds is a long time, though.
Yeah.
It's like egregious.
They tuned down the lower levels of Cinder Brew, which kind of sucks because that was a pretty good laning ability. But they did reduce the mana cost at least, so now it's like 50, 60, 70, 80 instead of just a flat 80.
Less damage, more spammable.
Yeah, they reduced the cast backswing on it as well. But then the pandas all got buffed. So the fire attack backswing was from 0.57 to 0.3. They increased the attack damage of the wind panda by a little bit, by like 10, or the storm panda rather. And then the Earth Panda's movement speed is really cool because now it's faster even at level 1, and when you get to level 18, it's 370 movement speed in the Earth Panda. So it's just trying to keep up with the mobility creep that's been happening not only in Dota, but also as the game progresses. So hopefully Ultimates will be like a little bit more effective. They killed the crit build though, a little bit. They lost 20% on the level 25 Drunken Brawler damage.
Okay, that hurts a little bit. So no longer the
killing it.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, Brew, another one of these heroes. He got like the Underlord treatment. It was just a lot of little changes just across the board. Everything got tuned up. Well, we saw what happened to Underlord. They had to tune him back down.
I remember we talked about this buff before. So back in 7.22, the Agnivs now also increases the Primal Split Brewling's movement speed by 100. And it removes the movement speed limit. So when you buy the, and it's not listed, it gives them bonus movement speed too, but the no cap is kind of the crazy thing. So sometimes they can get like insanely speedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't see the Ags come out onto Brew that often anymore.
I wouldn't be expecting it.
Not a very common item, but as you said, they are slowly making it a little bit more appealing piece by piece. You can see a hand slap, mid one, and GH.
Hand slap? Is that what you call them? Hand slaps.
Hand slaps. Say high five, dude. Slap hands. What do you call them?
High fives?
Let me guess. You call it paper, rock, scissors, huh?
I'm not that cool.
Well, another 2-1-2, perhaps. Actually, 3 heroes starting up top for Nigma, so maybe looking for a first blood. See a dedicated tri-lane.
Probably just a first blood, but depends on what Soxa does. That's the Doom down bottom.
Well, they scouted out. No Tail knocks down that tree and sees RMN right away.
They still get some licks in.
I don't know. Nigma might be happy to try to force the tri-lane if they can get the TP up here, because 1v1, Slardar should beat the Brewmaster. Like, Slardar are traditionally very good in these melee matchups.
Soxa didn't do the early Devour, right? He didn't do like the one down here at the bottom, so he waited for the spawn. So they don't need the Clockwork because the Doom's not doing anything yet. It's still just a 1v1 bottom.
Okay, Doom is going to TP up. Oh, we are in tri-lane scenario now.
Oh, wow. Mid one with a really greedy time walk there. Not really punished too hard, though.
Yep, he'll be okay. And checking in on mid, the Thompson Arc Warden against the Weehaw Viper. Pretty even to start. Very curious how this lane will go, though. Back up top now. Some damage exchanged into No Tail. No kill. Kind of an odd tri-lane, but the new Ench, not bad in these scenarios. Soxa gonna get caught by Battery Assault, but the slow is there. Mid one. A little bit of damage, mitigated by Time Walk.
Miracle's still just holding the point as well. And this courier's been chilling at the tower for quite a while now. No Tail looking to get some space to send it back home.
Down bottom, mind control, putting the work in against Seb. Might find a first blood. No, Seb does survive, but getting bullied pretty hard. You can see that CS disparity.
And this is where that early changes to the Ignite are going to hurt, because like this is already going to be a bad matchup. This is not going to be a lot of fun.
Now back top, Miracle in the tree line. The tri-lanes are ready to battle. Mid one jumps in. No Tails here. Can they get this kill on Miracle? No, it's Soxa that falls. Mid one, pardon me. Nigma find a double. Mid one, the lone survivor. A small silver lining for OG now that this tri-lane's been lost.
And he's just limping back to the tower, and Arman doesn't even care.
Yeah, like, that's a heartbreaker. OG were the aggressors there. And mid actually going very well for Viper. Weehaw is winning right now, 12-8 compared to the 7-2 Thompson Warden.
He can, if you think about it, like Viper can just like walk up, right? There's not a lot of punish, especially with the corrosive skin, because there is some hazard for Thompson. Yep, the return damage, but there we go. 2 points in the flux now. That's where when I understand things get a little bit better.
Okay. Still a scary amount of denies on that Viper for 3 minutes into the lane.
Looks like old Viper.
Yeah. Battle up here. They've got the speed aura, the Cobalt Foreman. It's in no tail a little bit. RMN taking the whip. Oh no, the courier getting whipped down by the Cobalt. He gets it.
Damn.
Damn, drink that shot.
All right,
Cobalt.
that is actually so sick that the Kobold can do that. A glorious death. He went out like a Klingon, man.
Dude. See you in Stovokor. That's the Klingon afterlife.
No, I knew. Trust me, I appreciated that. Don't worry. I guess for the people, you know.
For the layman's out there, for the Star Wars fans out there, so they can be in on it too.
It's okay. I was like you too once, guys. Don't worry. There's hope for you all.
I too used to like Star Wars. Mid one up top, able to survive. Mid one. He's actually going to turn. They're going to try to chase and look for a potential counter kill. They do get the enchant onto RMN. Miracle though, still trading right clicks. Jumps in hard onto Saksa. Scorched Earth working wonders right now. Miracle still continuing to pursue. Gets a little bit of vision and they do find the kill. Now mid one needs to be careful. Does have another time walk.
There's so many sticks to keep track of in this tri-lane.
Now
There's still 10 on no tail.
He'll pop his though. I don't think OG are winning this right click battle. The PA daggers are too much. GH does get bashed by mid one. 10 seconds on the time walk though. He needs to be a little bit careful here. Can't afford to take too much damage.
Oh, Armin.
One. Oh, he can't find GH. Mid one. Time walk in one. I think he's still in big trouble though. Does have stick charges in two. They got him. Oh, the stick is enough, but Miracle wants this kill. He jumps in and does commit for it. It might cost him everything. Does have Fairy Fire. RMN with beautiful cogs. Knocks back no tail. The Fairy Fire.
Oh my God. He's coming back.
This is ridiculous, but Miracle's back in. No tail again.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
9 HP. Miracle survives.
And somehow the bounty runes are still there. I thought Saksa was going to go get them during all of that.
Well, that could not have gone better for Nigma, I don't think. PA now has a pretty nice advantage
GH
over the
though.
Void.
He's free.
They will get GH. Yeah, that's a nice counter kill. 5 to 1. OG get on the board.
That was hilarious.
In the mid lane, though, it is still a bit of a disaster. 26 to 16 in CS, but if you look at net worth, 2,100 on Viper, 1,500 on the Arc Warden. So a large gap.
Down bottom. All right, Seb's got charges for it, but Mind Control not even going to force it. Seb's doing way better than I thought he would. I thought this would be like worse than this. I mean, it's still a decent lead. It's like a 400 gold lead, but I actually thought it would be a lot harder. But he's just been constantly splitting the wave up.
Seb's been playing this very well. Slardar, scary in these kind of matchups. The Bash of the Deep does so much. So I'll never forget that game where we saw the Ember versus Slardar mid, and seeing how Slardar just handled him so
I believe that was Boxy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
who had a fun time.
Slardar. Like that was like a black and white hard counter of holy shit, Ember can't do anything. Brew, obviously, a lot more options there. Don't sleep on the Slardar, folks.
He didn't want to pop his ulti defensively, but he's been spotted by this ward. And Weehaw still going in, so they're going to bring reinforcements here.
There's the split. They want this Viper, and they might find him with Saksa. Thompson does take a Viper strike, and is probably going to go down as well. 1-for-1, of course, advantage for the Dire. Falls second.
Man, MC had no mana, or he could have gotten a kill there.
Yeah. Treads, some stick charges.
That was really interesting that Weehaw still went in. He knew they were gonna. The Brewmaster was coming in too.
He just saw that. Yeah, I can get this kill on Thompson, but unfortunately, I think he died first, right? Yeah,
correct. The Viper died first, so not a good trade for Weehaw. Maybe overestimating his damage a little bit, thinking he could perhaps kill Thompson before going down himself.
Meanwhile, Weehaw's gonna TP up top, but he TP's right into a creep. So
RMN be in some trouble here. They will save him. Viper drops the Nether Toxin. And right now, GH holding mid against Thompson.
We'll have to see if the lack of bash comes into play at any point during this game from the break.
That's a good call.
And crits, I suppose. There's a couple things going on. Oh wait, never mind. Not a passive anymore. Dota.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not a passive. Not a passive.
Always gets you.
No tail. on the run. RMN closes the gap. That Centaur not going to be enough help for the Ench to live through this one, I don't think. And while in the mid, Thompson, he gets ganked. Does still have the Tempest double. Soxa trying to run. GH might get brought down in exchange. Nope, he'll survive, and Soxa also falls. That's 3 dead on OG around the map. Nigma getting a big lead, and you know, not only did the Slardar win the lane and has an advantage over the Brew, but having a farm Slardar means he's going to have a pretty fast Blink Dagger. He's already got his phase boots. He can cruise around. Like, Slardar's not just getting farmed to right click, but this will enable him to set up for the other heroes on the team.
We get ourselves a theme today, man. It's the winning team taking the tier 1 tower mid before 10 minutes.
No, they're going to
might happen again here, but Ironman's driven back and killed. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that ghost is definitely gonna kill him, right?
Nope.
Oh, what level is it? Oh, it's only level 2, right?
2, yes. Level 2 Spark Wraith. Yeah, she scales up.
First.
2K net worth lead. All 3 cores Enigma, top of the charts. And similar to last game, a bit atypical, but Thompson really struggling. He is bottom of the cores right now, actually behind.
I have the root down here. I might be able to kill MC.
See on the run. TP's coming. They can't kill this Slardar. He is too big and also too speedy. Level 4 no tail. Look how much that bash the deep does. There's no untouchable. Looking for more. Brew Split comes out. No tail stuck in the trees as RMN cuts off the path to retreat. Now Weehaw drops the ult. It's only a level 4 Doom. Soxa able to survive. The Brewlings putting in a lot of damage to Weehaw. Going to go back into Panda form, and they do get the kill. Not so bad for OG. If they can get RMN here, that'd be great. And it looks like they will. The double damage on mid one will be more than enough, but now PA is here and they're ready to party. Soxa gonna go down next. And I'll let the Void back up. So who won that trade?
I think OG did. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, they get a XP and gold gain.
One thing that Sep
2 for 2.
did that Brewmasters tend to not utilize the most is the Wind Panda double damage by proccing that invis hit. It's a lot. It keeps getting buffed too.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that's like, if you use it twice, I think you can use it. It's like, I went up 40 damage on the first level.
It's like a Lothar's backstab thing, right? Like you buff on yourself and then you get a big punch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been buffing
there
that
for the
for a
final
while.
kill on the Weehaw.
Like most people think of the Storm Panda as just the Cyclone.
Yeah, and well, it's also a really good game for the Dispel too, versus
the
Slardar.
RMN mid lane initiated on. Arc Warden, not an easy hero to run from. Big rotation out of OG. It's 4 heroes mid, but Soxa still only level 5, takes a Viper Strike. It's a lot of poison damage. He might still live though. Weehaw is going to go down. Soxa still falls. 1 for 2 in the mid. Good fight for OG.
Man, Seb's owning. He's done so much game out of a disadvantageous lane. He's almost caught the line control.
In some trouble, untouchable, helping him out, but in the end, not enough. 2 for 2.
Look at how Seb's built too. He's looking for the value points because the break points on Thunderclap and Cinderbrew with the level 2. That's why he was 2-2-3. Because Cinderbrew doubles from 1 to 2, and then so does the Thunderclap almost. It doubles like 90 to 160.
The value.
Yeah, it's very good utilization.
Thompson up top, they scan and they find in mind control. Had the bash queued up, hits him with a stun. They need a little follow-up to find this kill, and it'll be there. Viper joins the party. GH helps him out, but now the Chrono comes out of mid one's Faceless Void. Do they have any follow-up damage? Mind control survives. Hogs come out. Mid one does survive. Doom dropped onto the PA. She'll be repelled, and now the split from Seb. Could still be a good fight for OG as they bring down the Clockwork. Weehaw, isolated by the Cyclone. He comes back down, and he's going to be going down too. It looks like stick charges. Viper Strike, Saksa could be in trouble. They're about to lose this Brew Split also. Weeha's still alive. They don't get the Thunder
Oh, the
Clap.
stolen Brew Split.
Does commit to finish off the kill. GH split up. Can they get this kill onto Seb now? They've got the stun and they've got a few more.
They can chase down No Tail with the next Cyclone.
A messy, chaotic fight, but it does look like that Brew Steal is going to tip the scales and push things in favor of Nigma once again.
Yeah, GH got the clap last time, but this time stealing the Primal Split. Oh, that one hurts. And he'll still get another use out of that too if he doesn't go for another team fight anytime soon. And Seb died with buying the Midas, so.
I think I'd be pretty tempted to keep that one if I were Rubik and then force another team fight. That is a damn good steal at 13 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, there's also Time Walk though, so I would understand if he wanted to like snag that at some point. Because that can just be a free kill a lot of the time.
True. Maybe depends on how low this Primal Split cooldown gets before he has that opportunity.
Top tower is under attack.
I feel it's always tricky with Rubik. You know, it's like you get those big steals and you kind of want to save it, but at the same time, you do that math in your head of, okay, how many potential steals am I missing by holding this for a minute 40 or
I mean, for now, it's
140
fine.
seconds?
They're not doing anything anyway. They're just hanging out. Mind Control is Blink. I'm guessing he's on that courier. Oh, sorry, it's Vlad's, right. He went that first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tower push up top will go uncontested.
Dire's
And
top
Miracle
tower has
did
fallen.
not go greedy this game on the PA.
They're setting
drum up endurance.
Yeah, they're setting bottom with the ward and the hook shot.
Oh, hook shot in, connects on two. Mind Control right there, looking for a follow-up stun. They're trying to kill Thompson.
They can't really damage them in the cogs.
Well, he does go down. It's a 1-for-1. They get RMN in exchange for Thompson, but now Mind Control in pretty far. Is there any help to try to save this Slardar? Has a lot of stick charges. Buyback from the Clockwork now. He'll TP in, and OG sound the retreat. The Viper trying to get down here, but he's so damn slow. He's not going to make it in time, and I think OG will make it back. They turn for a bash onto the Slardar. Primal Split comes out, and they do want this counter kill. It is a 5v4, but Thompson also coming back up soon. Doom drops on the Slardar. Should secure this kill. Looking for more. It's a nice chrono onto two. Make it three as the PA comes in. No follow-up, but it does break up this fight. Saksa getting low. Miracle turns to finish him off. OG might have bit off more than they could chew with this one. RMN losing the duel against Seb. Remember, this is his buyback. If he dies here, he's going to be dead for a while. Trying his best to survive. Doesn't, but still baits in Seb. They get the Brew, they get the Void, and now No Tail on the run.
Balance the scale.
It is a win for Nigma. Let's take a look at the recap. A 3-for-4. The Clockwork died twice.
Man, that was kind of rough at the start, though. They got really lucky with the battery assault, I think, in the middle of all that. Because he trapped 3 heroes in those cogs, and I was looking at the damage breakdown, and Thompson took, like, almost all the battery assault hits. It was pretty ridiculous. And then they telekinesed him as well, so he got kind of locked down.
Yeah, you were right, though. It was a great setup from the clock, but it also blocked out the Slardar from getting a really good potential Slitherine Crush. Because there isn't a Blink Dagger on Miracle yet. He went for the Blads first. We'll have the Blink pretty soon. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's my control.
I got it.
Under attack.
Yeah, the Slardar. The Slardar.
Slardar. Well, while they're roaching, they're also taking mid. Oh, no, the clone couldn't get the deny. Nice try, though.
I like this play a lot from Nigma, though. You push the tier 1 and take Roche simultaneously, and this is that value we talked about. Slardar PA, even though OG have really good ultimates around the Roche pit, they're on cooldown right now, and they can kill Roche easily with just these 2 heroes.
Well, we talked a little bit about this build, too. I don't know if Mid One's on the same page as you and not remembering what the Aghanim's does. I'm going to assume he knows.
Yeah, so does not reduce the cooldown on Chronosphere anymore. Now you get the AoE time lock. When you time walk, where you land, you get, what is it, range of 6... Well, what's the AoE? 350. That's it. 350 radius. Where you land, procs a guaranteed time lock. So if you're clumped up, it can be a really cool way to initiate. I don't know if I've ever seen this Ags in a pro game, actually. So I'm excited to see if this works out well for Mid One.
Yeah, we'll see.
What are your thoughts? You sound a little skeptical over there, big dog.
I mean, he's kind of the hard... Well, I guess he's not really the hard one, right? So that's why it makes a lot of sense. Like, he just needs to make a lot of space for the Arc Warden.
Yeah.
It seems like a very heavy investment for what it does. It basically means he can't really farm that fast, right? It's slowed down.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's first item. You know, I think like a Maelstrom or even a Midas, anything to let you accelerate your farm before
Well, it's going to accelerate, right? Like, it will be a farming item. I mean, so there's that. It's just
is it that significant in terms of helping your farm though, like relative to a Midas or Maelstrom?
Yeah, I mean think about the right there when he time walks into that camp, right? That's every 6 seconds you can do that.
Okay,
that's a guaranteed AOE time lock.
Yeah, you're making a good point. It does sort of double as a farming tool. Be interesting to see how much that impacts his bottom line. Mid lane, invisible GH sets up onto Thompson. He'll try to TP out. Chrono miss. Thompson flies in the well to the poison. Stolen Chrono from the Rubik, sets it up on 3. OG, this is an abysmal team fight. The Doom comes down on mind control, but the damage has been done. They killed the Doom, and this is going to end a 1-for-2 exchange.
Trying to lifesteal.
But that's the Aegis, folks. It's a 2 for Aegis. RMN, he is going to go down, but GH so deep in the back line. They're trying to keep him around. Seb going to come back into Panda form. They were ready with the telekinesis, and he's got nothing left. OG take heavy losses here. They do get the kill on the clockwork, but I think RMN is A-okay with that trade.
Yeah, OG's. Mid one is just trying to finish his Agnes in the bottom lane.
Just that whole sequence, right? The Invis Rune to set up on Thompson, the TP out that doesn't save Thompson in the end.
Do you want to hear something really simple?
The stolen Chrono.
How about just putting the Aegis on the Slardar instead of the PA?
Yeah.
You know?
Genius play.
It sounds so simple, but like a lot of the games that would have been on the PA.
And it makes
Mind Control's setting up for the PA every time anyway.
Exactly. Like Mind Control is playing true frontliner. I am charging in there. Clockwork also been playing that kind of style, but yeah, that was a really smart read. And now they're going to jump in on No Tail. He's done.
All right, so this is basically mid one's Battle Fury, right? It's like a Battle Fury that team fights a little bit better.
Yeah. And has, I guess, a more stat-heavy build-up if you're worried about survivability. Mid lane, though, we're going to see a big engagement breakout. Thompson will go down first. No buyback available there. OG starting to crumble a little bit. Mid one, time walk back. They've got him with a dagger of another time walk in a few seconds, but still a lot of damage on him. The slow from the Viper. This is significant. They've got big damage, and he's dead. Ouch.
Soxa's trying to grab the wave.
Well, they're going to grab Soxa instead. Nigma are on point today, Trent.
They really
are looking good.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Great movements. Very much on the same page. Deso, of course, out on the PA. She's had it for a little while. Now MKB queued up next. Void starting to get outscaled, and Thompson feeling like a bit of a non-factor this game. Been behind for most of it. They've obviously put a lot of emphasis on shutting down Thompson this game, so they haven't made it easy for him on this Arc Warden, but there's just been no intimidation factor out of Thompson here.
Well, this is their fight.
Now in onto Mind Control. It's a good Bruce split, which doesn't yield much, and Mind Control will get brought down, but makes the space for his team to retreat. And I think the rest of Nigma will get out. Viper, though, caught by a Cyclone. Maybe enough follow-up. There is a Chrono. Hook shot off to the side. They drop Soxa. Mid lane jumps in, looking for the counterplay. Buyback on the Doom. Miracle still alive for now. Void, he can get Chrono. He does catch it. Can they kill Miracle, though? The stolen Chrono again stops the back line. Miracle lives. Mid one can't finish him off. Gets another bash. Miracle looking for crits. The carries both go down, but the rest of OG in big trouble. Now Thompson falls. GH in the back line, trying to finish off the Tempest double. He'll get it, but he will get doomed in exchange. This is the buyback from Soxa now. Should be able to guarantee this kill on the Rubik. Weehaw doing everything he can to try to slow it down. Looking for the dieback onto Soxa, trying to stack up the poison. Can he find both kills?
Got another poison. Yeah, there's no TP on No Tail.
Untouchable might help a little, but Mind Control's here, catches the stun. Gets a miss uphill. Not going to make a difference, though. That's going to be a full wipe. That is 6 deaths on the side of OG, I believe. The Doom dying twice.
Oh, man. GH played that fight so well. And he was waiting for the split throughout the majority of the fight, but then he was just outside of range when Seb ended, and he got the blink off right away, too, to clap and ignite, so, or Cinderfree, rather. And then he was holding and waiting for the chrono, and mid one just got handled again with the steal.
Even with the buyback, it's a pretty even gold exchange. Nigma took pretty heavy casualties there also.
Dire are scanning.
This Rubik, though, GH been playing very well. Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and Aether Lens now. A long reach, but he has stolen Chrono in back-to-back fights. Devastating. Mid one. Initiated on. Time walk away. No more help. He's done. No buyback on this Void. Now Seb does have a split, but stuck inside a cog. It's going to be hard to get this cast point off. He's done as well. No buyback on either hero in the grave.
It's an honor.
Yeah, I mean, all they can do really is wait for everything to be up again and try once more, right? It's a bit of a tough spot to be in.
GH finds a catch. Long range initiation onto No Tail. Steals the Nature's Attendance and sets up another alley-oop for Miracle. Not even a team fight here. OG just getting picked apart one at a time.
Structures are fortified.
Kind of a cool build out of Miracle also. He's going to go Desolator just straight into Satanic. So once that reset, so he can sustain in those fights.
Yeah, I probably just knows that he's going to get doomed anyway.
Middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, status
BKB
resistance.
would still be pretty good. Assuming he didn't get doomed, it would let him get through a lot of this other baggage that's in there. But there's Chrono too, so similar to our previous match when there was a Chrono and a Doom.
Oh no, mid one, same story, different chapter. They might have the same ending. He goes into RMN, gets a little bit baited, and Miracle brings him down. Thompson down low, stunned as he tries to TP out. He'll fall and stuck in the cogs. They might be able to find a kill into RMN as Seb in the Panda split, but lacking on damage now. Earth Panda almost done, and they catch Seb before he comes back into the full Brewmaster form. Meanwhile, on the other side, No Tail netted up. GH putting this clumsy net to work.
Tried to clip him.
Sets up another one onto No Tail as he basically gets one shot by the Dagger Corrosive Haze combo. I'm sorry, the Deso Corrosive Haze Dagger combo.
Of course.
Is under attack.
PA, not yet level 20. Doesn't have the additional -3 armor corruption.
Dire's bottom
Jeez,
tower
OG looking
has
a little
fallen.
like Viking GG with all that big talk prior to this tournament, I gotta say. the shoe's on the other foot now with how much they're gonna handle by Nigma.
Yeah, this has been a pretty devastating series. Turning out to be pretty one-sided in both games. Like the lanes were one thing, but these mid games have just focused or favored Nigma so much. They look for another catch here. GH just feels like he's everywhere right now, living on the enemy side of the map, setting up these plays for mind control, setting up these plays for Miracle. OG just cannot leave their base right now. Look at that, they missed the counter ward. That's a low ground ward that let Rubik set up that kill. They had a sentry nearby, so that false sense of security.
It's in the middle of 3 sentries.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, there's one on the high ground too. Oh my gosh, that's so devastating, dude. There's a Venn diagram of 3 sentries and it's right in the middle.
Middle tower.
Well, if they're not touching, then it's not a Venn diagram.
Oh, they're touching, buddy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So technically.
Dire's middle
Thompson,
barracks are under
sidelined,
attack.
up in
Dire's
10.
middle barracks has fallen.
Mid lane, they get the melee barracks, and Nigma just back out. They don't chance it. They don't care about the ranged RMN, TP.
Oh, don't let him out of there.
OG good.
All right, how many more kills will OG get? Oh, by the way, there was a Chrono down bottom. They just Chrono TP'd out.
Oh. Sorry, I missed that.
Or rather up top, sorry, I should have said. I vote they will get 1 more kill.
I'm going to go with 2.
RMN.
Now, does the Aegis count as a kill?
No, it just does not count.
I'm going to go with 2. I think they'll kill the Clockwork and one of the cores.
Now we'll see if they just win, right? That's the OG. Now they win.
Tempest double down. So how long on Chrono? Ooh. 110 seconds left on that cooldown.
You know, we had a game like this get fed away with a rapier. Unfortunately, Miracle's not willing to do that for us.
We did. That was
shout out to the Zoomers winning that game.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh yeah, that was an NA. Oh god, you're right.
Dire's top tower is under
Bit of a gift,
Dota.
the classic.
Miracle walking into the bubble. The only way to do it. Aegis is in the hands of Miracle now. They give it to the PA this time, not the Slardar. They jump in and delete No Tail. Does have the buyback. Will use it. Miracle with the Satanic actually survives through some of that burst damage. They jump in onto the Tempest double. Mid one, still no Chrono. Miracle somehow still alive. That's finally the Aegis. RMN goes RMN.
Part one.
That's the first one.
That's the
And now
only kill.
On to Miracle. He's going to try to run. Can they finish off this PA? They want to pursue for it. Seb jumping out deep. OG are going to commit. Viper killing.
Don't let Zyra be right.
Line. No. He's going to go down. The blink back. The Doom. Miracle survives. Now mid one netted up in some trouble. Time walk available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Soxa, poison, Weehaw, he's getting down low, but they are sustaining.
Yes.
Gonna fall.
Yes.
Fiery Star, not enough. Weehaw with the cheese. They're gonna turn now mid one. He's gonna
The best.
a couple of close calls.
Dire's
But you're
top
right.
barracks
1 plus 8.
One
Good
kill, just the clockwork, and GG.
I thought they were gonna get one of those cores so bad. They were so close.
Dire's
Well
middle
fought by OG, but this should be the GG push. Still a tier 2 standing in the bottom lane. They're not going to tap out quite yet with the Arc Warden
Dire's
coming
middle
up.
tower is under Dire's middle tower
But
has
Nigma
fallen.
have made the call, and I think they're going to wrap this one up. Buyback on the Doom. Brew up in 5. Will this repel Nigma? Not at all. They jump in to kill the Tempest double, and that's a dieback on the Doom. Soxa put to rest.
Dire's middle
That bubble, pretty darn annoying, but the Brewmaster also dead. A blink of an eye. Magnetic field not going to be enough to stop this push. Chrono comes out, and Void just dies. He didn't Chrono Miracle. Okay. Yep. The Dota gods got something against